first overhead shot, which will be explained at the end of this analysis. However, at this point, I'd like to bring up something that's very important to the movie's style. A lot of people notice that even when compared to other Scorsese films, there are certain points in Taxi Driver where the techniques of the film become very intrusive. The closest definition I could think of for this style is emotional filmmaking. By this, I mean that the camera works in a very specific way. Not in the way that, say, the camera works in a Kubrick film, where you have to decipher the symbolism of the camera from an anthropological or more symbolic perspective, but from an emotional point of view. This happens for the duration of Taxi Driver. In these opening scenes, when Travis becomes agitated, the camera moves in and things become more claustrophobic.
If you're gonna break my chops, you can take it on the arches right now, you understand?
Sorry, sir, I didn't mean that.
Outside the depot, there's a dissolve, which typically is used to move ahead in time, yet simply brings Travis closer to us, almost suggesting that the film and Travis aren't quite in sync, and that Travis isn't in tune with the world. It's this emotional filmmaking perspective that's vital to explaining Taxi Driver, because the film tells the story of Travis's inner turmoil, so a lot of these techniques aren't to be explained on a precise symbolic level, they just feel right. We then get a more intimate glimpse into Travis's existence as we get to see how he lives. On a shelf, we see what appears to be a Vietnamese flag. We saw at the depot Travis was wearing a jacket with a King Kong Company logo, and we were also told of his previous military history.
Military record.
Honorable discharge, May 1973.
This brings us to what is possibly the most important element of the themes of Taxi Driver. Now, we all know that the film is unequivocally about loneliness. In the original script, it begins with Thomas Wolfe's poem, God's Lonely Man. However, what makes Taxi Driver excel is that Travis's exclusion and his eventual downfall is all self-inflicted. The following scene is Travis in his taxi on his daily grind. We delve further into his mind through his diary entries to learn his feelings on the world that he inhabits.
All the animals come out at night. Whores, skunk pussies, buggers, queens, fairies, dopers, junkies. Sick, venal.
Travis clearly hates this fraction of society that he often finds himself in. But this brings me to the quote that Travis said earlier.
Wanna work uptown tonight? South Bronx, Harlem?
We'll work anytime, anywhere.
Travis puts himself in these situations. The reason that Travis is lonely, and the reason that he despises so much of his surroundings, is because he forces himself to.